and the husband got drunk, and she took him, she fell asleep, she took him, she carried him to the house of her father. And Lepeil, this was a gula vices that Rashbi gave them, and in that schus they were helped with children, they were blessed with children. So the Rebbe says this is what we see by the Rashbi, a meifes in regards to children. So this is the connection that unlike B Omer, the Mittel Rebbe would give meifes in the yonim of children. So this is what the Rebbe discusses in 1980, 10 years later, this in Order 55, this story, this explanation. In the course of the Maimer Hasidic discourse, maybe Mashakosef Bezeyar, he brings what it says in the Zeyar, plus Dargin is Ilain Miskashron Do Bido, Kutshe Berichu Veiraise V'Yisrael, that there's three different things that connect one with another, HaKadosh Baruch Hu and Torah and Yidden and the Jewish nation. The Kulo Darga al Darga, each one is one level on top of the other. Kutshe Berichu Sasam Begalia V'Reisen Sasam Begalia V'Chulu. That Kutshe Berichu is there's the concealed and there's the revealed. The same thing is also in regards to Torah, the concealed and revealed. So from this we understand. You see here the lashon is not klas kishrin miskashron do bedo. Realize not saying 3 knots. If he would say 2-3 knots, for 3 things you don't need 3 knots. You need 2 knots. You need one between the first and second, with the second and third. So that's why the lashon, the expression 3 ksharim, is something which needs a biur. And usually the biur is, as the Rabbeim explained, that it's Yisrael and Torah and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and then there is HaKadosh Baruch Hu and Yidden and Yisrael, the third one. But here the lashon is klas dargin. Dargin means 3 levels. Doesn't say how many knots. B'meila, that Torah connects Yidden with the Eibishter. Okay, Mavur Shom, as it says there, Shebchinas HaNigla Shebetera Mekasheres Bchinas HaNigla Sheb'Yisrael. The Nigla in Torah, the revealed part of Torah, connects the Nigla Sheb'Yisrael. The Hainu Bchinas HaNeshama Mislabeshes Beguf connects the revealed part of a Yid, which is basically the neshama, the soul that encloses in the body, in Bchinas Galia de Kutshe Bericha, with the revealed part of Hashem. In other words, all the Galias go together, because actually there's a few different ways how they connect. There's one way that all the revealed parts connect one with another. The Galia of Torah, the revealed part of Torah, touches the revealed part of a person's soul, which is the part of the soul that encloses in the body, and then it connects with the revealed part of Hashem. Then there's another way or format, and that is that the hidden part of a Yid connects with the revealed part of Torah, the revealed part, and that's how it goes up. So this is another way how it's mentioned. But here we speak about the revealed part of each one of them relate one to another, because each one has a relationship, a connection between with the others. Because all of them, the function is revelation. The revelation of Torah, the revelation of a person's neshama, and the revelation of godliness. But in Yanu, the Rebbe begins explaining, the nefesh, the soul that is enclosed in the guf, is only the inyan of naran, which is nefesh, ruach, and neshama. It is only the 3 levels. Nefesh, which refers to the practical deeds of a person. Ruach, which this is where Ruach is emotions, and Neshama is intellect. Nishma Shindala Yutavina, Bina is the union of intellect. It's also connected with the 3 kings in a person's soul, which is Melech. Melech is a Roshan Teves, Meach, Leiv, and Kovit. Mind, heart, and liver. Liver is where most of the blood of a person is, which is connected with the Ruach Chaim of the person, of the body of the person. So this is Maisa. Maisa. In other words, connected with the chayas of the person that gives chayas and life in the guf, the liver. Then there is leiv is the emotions, the heart is the emotions, and mind is the intellect. So these 3 are considered the 3 kings in the person's body. That's why it's called melech, because melech is an acronym for the 3 words meach, leiv, and kovit: brain, heart, and liver. So this is corresponding to the 3 levels of the neshama. Nefesh, Ruach, and Neshama. Neshama is the intellect, Me'ach. Ruach is the emotions, and Leiv. And Nefesh is the Maisa, which is the Kovet. The levels of the Neshama that are higher than being enclosed in the Neshama is considered the head of the body, which the head of the soul, which is not enclosed in the soul. It hovers over the person.
Not enclosed in the body.
Not enclosed in the body. It hovers over the person. It transmits messages from Hashem to the person. The person has a certain awakening of tshuva. It's the union of this union of Yechidah Shebenefesh. Over Prati, yes, he more in detail. Arigam ben Aran Chines Nefesh Yanef Mislabesh is beguf. That also the union of Nefesh is Mislabesh Baguf. Is also, in other words, that in more in detail, specifically, in Aran itself. Very interesting. The level that's really enclosed in the body is Nefesh, which is the level, the lowest level of the soul, which could relate to the body, could relate to deeds of a person. On the other hand, Chines Nur Neshama Veruach, who can move on. This is interesting chidush. Me'amevuar b'igeres hakedesh imechov biyurim. As it's understood from the Geres hakedesh that Nefesh Ruach, Neshama Ruach is on a higher level. Which with this, we can also understand it. We don't want to compare it to because we're fart on a different level. Then when we speak about a behemoth, we say the lashon nefesh. Nefesh ha-behemoth. We don't say neshama. Because this is the lowest level. Here also, the nefesh of the person, the classification of the word nefesh, this is what encloses in the guf.
What's wrong with Ruach and Neshama?
No, it seems like it's far more spiritual for the body because it's vice to is that it's not as closely when we speak about proteus. If we speak about the general, so it's also enclosed because it's working with the functions of the body. But it's not so enclosed in the body and so much related to Maisa like Nefesh. Because Nefesh is the lowest. It's al derech like we should say, let's do it this way. We can understand it from an example. It says, Reifech al basar umafli lasos. That a Reifech al basar umafli David does wonders. So Chassidus explains what are the wonders. The wonders are that he connects Gashmis and Ruchnis together. The physical, materialistic world with Ruchnis, with spirituality. So the question is how? So the answer is mafli, that he can do it. We don't have any problem with that. But there's also sometimes that Chassidus gives an example, a technical explanation how that can take place. And the explanation is that it is the Ruchnius of the Guf connects with the Gashmis of the Neshama. The Mela, there's some kind of an achiza, one is another. Like you would say connecting fire and water, so you say also the water in the fire, the Mayim Shebe'esh and the Eish Shebe'mayim. The water in the fire and the fire in the water, so they can relate to each other. The same thing here also. Here it is the Ruch, the Gashmis of the Nefesh, connecting to the Ruchnis of the Guf. With this, we can understand why only Nefesh is connected. Because Nachalamaitis Nefesh is the soul. So it's the lowest level of the Nefesh that can relate to the Guf. And what level of the Guf? The Achiza, what keeps them together is the spirituality of the body that is a vessel to receive the Nefesh of the Guf, the physical part of the Guf, Gashmis of the Nefesh.
So that means there's an error between the Nefesh and the Guf? Or is it Be'ein Arech?
It's Be'ein Arech. I'm just saying that it's connected. It's not really explained in detail what it is, but it's just technically sometimes the Rebbe explains. The Rebbe says, but still with all this, it's still mafli lasos. It's still a wonder.
Seichel is the highest level of the group.
Seichel is the highest keach in the keach pnimi in the guf.